fucking thunder! God damn it! If a girl goes to kiss you on the cheek and goes to kiss your other cheek, tell her only one. Don't be greedy. If she says yes, but don't French, you reply, are all French girls as greedy as you? Is that your real hair? Smile. And look at her. To show her you're being sincere, not insulting. Her. Oh, I'm a model. You. What, like a hand model? Ooh, your palms are sweaty. Ugh, where have your hands been? Ugh, don't tell me. I don't want to know. You've got something in your ear. You. Watch this here. Pull my finger. This is good. The target pulls your finger. Make a fart sound with your lips. Wow. You actually pulled my finger. Huh. Nah, just kidding. Here, no, really, pull my finger. No, honest, this is good. Trust me. She pulls it again. Fart sound with your mouth. Oh man, that's twice. I can't believe you. My niece is 6 and doesn't fall for that shit anymore. How old are you? When you decide to say, oh, I'm just kidding. Here, really, I'll show you some magic. Look at this. My hand is up. Right? Okay, really, pull my finger. No, really, I promise. I won't fart again. Seriously. I swear to you. No. I promise I won't. She pulls your finger. Oh my god. You can get talked into anything. I like that dress. I've never seen you in a club before. You were wearing the same dress. It's nice though. My, you come on strong. That isn't until later in the relationship. Very good. That is a little test I do to see if you have any free thoughts of your own, or you just believe everything you hear. Wow. You really wrecked the moment. Your ex-boyfriends must have really hated that about you. Her. I'm a model. You. Do a lot of people ask you if you were a model? Her. Yes. All the time. You. I think they're just being polite. I just noticed. Your nose wiggles when you speak. Huh. It's so cute. Look, there it goes again. You're like Samantha from Bewitched. What's Bewitched? These millennial bitches. Take a stick of gum out and offer it to the target. Her. No thanks, I'm drinking beer. You. I know. Take the gum. If she's older. If your target says, you are so young. This is an IOI. Don't excuse yourself for being young like chumps do. Only someone trying to get the girl will do that. Simply reply cynically, yeah, I noticed, poor you. Remember to convey your playful teasing attitude. Take a quiet moment to get over this age thing. I'll wait. Types of negs. Shotgun negs. These are statements such as, wow, she poops words. Where is her off button? You can use these on the target in the group to convey lack of interest romantically. A neg is in fact an IOD. Of course, it's not that you dislike her, not at all. It's just that you haven't considered her a romantic interest. This IOD diminishes her sexual value, while simultaneously disarming her peer group. A shotgun neg is a good social tool, said for the group's benefit. It keeps her friends from thinking you have a sexual motive, and that keeps them from protecting her from you. The power of the shotgun neg is in its apparent sincerity. She will honestly believe that you aren't trying to impress her. Then she'll wonder why. Shotgun negs are useful for conveying non-needy attitude, which is a demonstration of higher value. Thus, in one stroke, you indicate lack of interest, disarm obstacles, and create attraction. Tease negs. Teasing conveys a cocky, playful attitude. It's not perceived as inadvertent, but rather as deliberate flirting. Examples of this are, pull my finger. Wow. You fell for it. Weird. Mess her up, but you can't take her anywhere. Don't make me come down there. When you call her a knucklehead, your cocky, playful, fun attitude reveals that you are confident, ineffective, dead, and in control. Teasing stimulates her emotions and is useful for DHV too. It is directed towards either the group as a whole or the target. Sniper nigs. A sniper nig is used directly on the target, and she's the only one to hear it. Some examples of this are hinting to her that she should immediately wipe her nose, has a crusty eye, has sweaty palms, or just spat on you while talking, and it actually grossed you out. The idea is to make her honestly believe that she has performed a demonstration of lower value, DLV. This makes her self-conscious. It creates a situation where she is wondering whether you have a good impression of her. You can follow a sniper neg up by looking away or dropping the conversation for a moment with some other IOD. Embarrassment makes them vulnerable to later flattery by indicating an even slight lack of interest. You decide to use her body language. You have created a powerful desire to win your approval and validation. The throw and go rule. Toss your neg like a pebble. Before it reaches its destination, lean your head away and continue the conversation with the group in a throw and go fashion. As far as she can tell, it's not something that you're still thinking about or gave much thought to in the first place. As you weave together the multiple threads of the conversation, occasionally the time will come. Behavior is considered DLB. It's try hard. If you are trying to impress, you must be of a lower status, and thus unattractive. If a woman sees from game in the room, she will feel more attracted to you. Social proof is a DHV. If, however, she sees that you are socially unaware and inept, then it is a DLV. When you DLV, it lowers her perception of your S&R value, which makes her feel emotionally less attractive. Telling stories that are fun, interesting, and emotionally relevant demonstrates social skill, which is a DHV. A story can also be structured to convey specific characteristics in the subtext, allowing you to surreptitiously flip attraction switches. Negging is also a DHV, because only a high-value man would talk to her like that and seem sincerely uninterested. Examples of DHVs. Pre-selection from other women. Appearing to be a leader of men. Being supporter and protector of those you love. Being non-needy. Being unaffected. Social intelligence. Negging her. This IOD is a DHV also. Having a strong frame. Having interest in knowledge. Emotional stimulation. Hello? Hello?
Hi, is this Raven?
Yep.
Hi, Raven. Hi, Raven. This is Debbie.
Yep.
Where are you at?
I think I'm parked outside. I'm trying to get out of the car and find your place.
Are you on cold weather or are you on hot?
Let me see.
It's very easy. Are you on the cul-de-sac or are you on the main street?
I need to look on my phone while I'm also talking to you on my phone. So
Okay, are you in the cul-de-sac or are you on
you know
the main
what?
street on Silver?
You know what? You know what? You know what? I don't do this shit. As you demonstrated, a non-insulting indicator of lack of interest. Unbeknownst to them, the negs have also introduced a tasty sexual tension between you and the target. Because her friends love you, her groupthink mentality now works in your favor. You have the social proof of her peer group, and she wants some more attention from you. Nah, you guys just make this shit harder to do, bitch. She begins to give you like, no, I don't do this shit. You people, we get close to you and all of a sudden you want to call us and micromanage how and make everything fucking harder. Idiot too. Basic group theory operates in a combination of two features. One, the social proof is generated. It's real simple. It's not simple when I'm trying to look at it. Two, the ability of an egg, not only to convey higher value. I just don't do that shit. You guys want to call right when we get there and you think you're helping, but you really just make it harder. And motivated to chase you to get it back. Multiple conversational threads. During a conversation, 3 people who are already acquainted. Those conversational threads will come up. You might talk about the weather, our families, what you did last night, philosophical topics, etc. Did we get lost, or did we get lost? There you go. Have a good one. 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 Bringing it back to the dog thread again, making it very rather obvious. The conversation was important. He didn't want to screw this up. This is importantly, especially telegraphed by his overuse of questions during conversation as well. People who are well acquainted with each other as well tend to use multiple conversational threads while talking, whereas people who aren't well acquainted can get stuck on a single thread, followed by a polite end to the conversation. Man, do you have the time? Woman, sure, 6:30. Men, thanks. So, where are you from? If you go further by starting a new thread rather than continuing with a previously open and paused thread, you telegraph interest and force her to decide prematurely whether to bust out a protection shield kung fu I have a boyfriend objection. By introducing multiple conversational threads into your set, you can create a strong feeling of familiarity in the set, as though you are already old friends. In the early part of a set, when you haven't yet demonstrated much value, girls won't be eager to contribute much effort to continue the interaction. You must be able to contribute 90% of the conversation, or you'll die. Over time, as attraction is created, you can then use this attraction to bait the girl into more participation and investment. But even then, you must be leading the interaction and keep her head stimulated. because it's extremely important that you be able to talk. Always have something to talk about. Get is useful to you. You could cut a thread, introduce a new thread to replace it, and still stay on track. In fact, not only will it work, but she will find you more attractive as a result, since it demonstrates that you have a stronger frame. Sometimes it can happen that one of your own threads is not useful anymore. For example, if one of her friends has just joined the set in the middle of your thread, this can be awkward. If you finish the story, the friend will be bored because she has no idea what you're talking about. But if you start over from the beginning, now the target is bored because she has already heard this before. And by the time you get to the end, it has been anticlimactic. To handle this external interrupt, just cut your own thread. Disarm the obstacle with a target-bound neg and introduce a new thread. So, I am halfway, unless they press for you to do so. It's try hard. Often, if you do not lead the conversations by actively cutting bad threads and introducing new threads, you delegate this responsibility to the girl. And this dumb bitch will allow the conversation to get boring, and she'll think you're a boring guy who allow this shit to happen. So do it right and make it happen, because these stupid bitches won't. The way. The line. So how do you all know each other is a question that must be asked in every set. How do you guys know each other? Take a moment and recite it. You will be repeating it often. It seems like a harmless, reasonable social question, and it generates conversation. Well, just new information possibly change your game, and I wager so. The important information isn't the existence of a boyfriend. If your game is tight, girls will secretly cheat on their boyfriends without even telling you that he exists. Rather, the important information is that she's probably not going to cheat on her boyfriend in front of his sister, who is standing right here. So, how do you all know each other might also reveal that the group consists of co-workers, or that the guy you thought was a threat is actually the target's brother. The moment when you ask, this question is the waypoint of the set, and it typically occurs 3 to 5 moments in. Winging the wing rules. 1. He who opens the set leads the set. Don't. 4. Remember that if the player cannot advance in any way during the set, lockout, or a general lack of IOIs, the wing may then attempt to recover the set for himself. Debate who decides before you are in the field. 5. As a wing, occupy the obstacles so that the player gets more time one-on-one with his target. Always agree with the wing. Never take the girl's side over his. He is always right. 7. Remember, your wing is a great guy, a cool guy. That is why you hang out with him. After all, you have standards. 8. Keep in mind that your wing's feelings are important to you. As you approaches your set, you will turn to face him. Girls do the same with their friends. If you disrespect your wing, it will lower your value to the girls. Never leave him without acknowledging him or introducing him. Entering a set as a wing. Were you guys just talking about Gambit?
1. The player has opened a set and has had enough time to pass the social hook point, usually within 3 minutes. The wing approaches the gun. 2. The player faces wing and greets him. 3.
Player then says,
Hey guys, this is my friend, Wing 4. Wing says, Oh, were you guys just talking about 5? Player says, Yeah. When that girl casts a spell on Aaron. Conversation continues from this point. Wing is now in the set. The accomplishment introduction. Get your wing to introduce you by name and accomplishment. He's the guy who fill in the blank. This is mystery. He levitated over Niagara Falls. I'd like to introduce you to Glenn. He's the guy they wrote about who hacked into the power grid and turned off California for 6 hours. He dated Miss November. Beautiful, beautiful. These are accomplishment introductions. If you talk about yourself, it's like toting your own horn. But if your wing does it, it's likely to be believed. All you need is some minor proof, an article to sign for them, a note card with your picture on it to leave with them, or a photo of you with the beautiful girl in a bikini. Keep that one with your photo routine. Remember, you don't have to be what you do. You just have to convey an accomplishment. Make it bigger than life. You don't have to lie. Make it true. Be great. The accomplishment intro gambit. 1. The player has opened a set and has had enough time to pass the social hook point. The wing approaches the player. 2. Player faces the wing and greets him. 3. Player then says, Hey guys, this is my friend. Name. He's making me a very rich man. One of the smartest men I know. 4. Wing says, Pleasure. And then he runs the set for a minute. Conversation continues from this point. Wing is now in the set. This is Chuck. He's the broker. Boring. Boring. This is Bender. He's the lead singer of this awesome band called Razor. He just got in the charts. Respect. What is your greatest compliment? Write your accomplishment intro for your wing to use. It makes him feel cool too, hanging with a man of accomplishment. What did you do with your life if you had no chance of failure? What is your dream? What do you honestly want to become? Be great. It's a powerful dynamic when you and your wing can run stories about each other. Storytelling. When you tell a story, it doesn't have to be overtly impressive. In fact, it's better if it's not some amazing story, because you don't want the target to think you're trying to impress her. As long as the story is fun, interesting, and most important, captures the attention of her group, it will work. These sorts of stories are most congruent if they are at least partially true, and based on events from your own life. Convey traits that flip her attractive switches without making it obvious that you're doing so. Demonstrates higher value and generates attraction. For example, in a story, it's possible to flip both the leader of men and protector of loved ones attraction switches. So I told him I have no choice. It's my little sister. So he jumps in the car. Of course, you know, my friends are there for me 100%, and I'm the same for them. It's just how we are. The pre-selection switch and others can be similarly flipped. A helpful hint for telling stories. A shorty the story, the earlier set you can use it. Describe in terms of sensation and minutia. In stories, men tend to focus on the facts at hand, whereas women tend to look for the sensation and emotion caused by the sensation experience. Structure language to take this into account. Example, bad. This guy grabbed my ass. Can you believe that? I looked like an idiot. Good. Then I felt a strong hand caress my ass and grab it tightly. I turned around and there was this man with a hand up our mustache smiling suggestively. All the girls started laughing. I have never felt so surprised and embarrassed in my entire life. Notice how this story conveys the emotions of surprise and embarrassment, both of which are useful. 3 or 4 story segments like this put together can lead the listener through an introduction with skilled delivery. This is a DHV, even if it doesn't reveal some value-raising factoid about your life. Lock-in prompts. While you are in the middle of actively ignoring the target by negging them, she could unexpectedly leave the group. To prevent this, you can lock her in using the prop. For example, put your scarf or hat on, or hand her your photos through your photo routine, and ask her to hold them for a second. Now, you have them locked in. At some point in the future, you will be able to continue interacting with her, even if she temporarily wanders off. This also creates trust. By showing that you trust her with her prop, which she could steal, you also build her trust in you. If she starts to get restless, dangle some bait in the form of a useful statement, such as, I have something really cool I need to show you in just a sec. But before I do, then stack into another routine. Locking in. Imagine a two-set is at the bar. They're chatting, surveying the room while sipping their cheeks. It is not wise to open a set while they are waiting to order drinks. That is a recipe for a constant stream of interrupts in A1 and A2. Wait until the drinks are paid for and served. When you open this set, the girls will have their backs to the bar. They will see the entire room behind you, over your shoulder, but you will see nothing except the bar behind them. They're differential in your positions as long as the bar with a superior line of sight, and you are slightly less comfortable standing before them, then there will be a leak of social power from you to the set. In other words, you want to take their spot at the bar. The spin maneuver, adapted to steal her spot. I tell the girl, go like this. I hold my hand at chest level, palm down. Does she comply? If so, I can prepare to guide her to where I want her to stand. This is a compliance test. If she defies the test and refuses to cooperate, I didn't have enough interest. In which case, I do a IOD, then another DHV, and then compliance test. As I raise her compliance threshold, using this process of compliance momentum, I can return to this hand maneuver, which she may now comply with, and now continue from there. If she complies, she will hold her hand out to match mine. I take it and say, now do a little spin. This is another compliance test. If she complies, I spin around. Ooh, like I playfully punked her by stealing her chair. She totally fell for it. If I did it artfully, she'll laugh and punch my arm. I then run another routine to keep her logical mind occupied by continuing to stimulate her and her group, A2.
instead of the other way around. Hello? Hello?
You butt-dialed me, huh?
No, I dialed you on purpose, but then I forgot I called because I was listening to something on my other phone. But then I remembered, and now your voice is there, and it's
Wow.
lovely because it's not your voicemail for a change. How are you, dear?
I'm good. Good. How are you?
You do have a lovely and interesting voice. You know that?
Do I?
Yeah, it's a little deep, which I kind of like.
A little bit.
Does that make me gay?
No. A lot of people like the deep voice because it's very different.
Yeah, I mean, I really think it works to your advantage.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely as a comedian too, but also just as a woman.
Woman?
Yeah, as a woman.
Interesting. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Doing good. I had a kind of hairy fucking situation last night, but I think it was resolved pretty good today, so that was nice.
That's good. A hairy situation.
Yeah, because I thought those chicks got me kicked out of this really nice club that's like a good club to be able to go to, you know, but today, and then I just sent them some notes after I got kicked out being like, yo, I don't want any drama. I'm sorry things went the way they did. I'm not, because like the chick literally, like what they told me was that they took naked pictures of like a picture of my dick without me knowing about it, you know, and they was going around showing it to people in the club. You know what I mean? And I was tired of their shit because it was just like this sorority, or it was just like bachelorette party full of chicks. And now I realize it's just like, one, they were just kind of drunk and on drugs and having a good time, but also two, it's like, hey, this is my fucking bachelorette party, don't try and like pull my girlfriends away from it. And so the chick was being really mean, you know. And now I'm kind of understanding that a little bit more, but at the time I was just like, I'm over this chick being a bitch to me. And so when they pulled that shit about like taking fucking nude photos of me without my permission, I was like, yo, you all have fucking crossed the line.
You almost tried to do that too with me.
I did?
Yeah.
No, I asked you.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I'll give you that one.
God damn, you were like Miss Little. Accused me of rape. Accused me of fucking.
What? What did you say?
You've accused me of rape. You've accused me of all sorts of shit.
Yeah, well, plausible explanations, or
you should be flattered I asked to take a fucking video of your face while I was fucking balls deep in you. It's flattering.
oh, okay.
Coming from me, especially.
Wow. Alright.
And anyway, so I was like, yo, no, you guys are, she's in fucking trouble now. So that was a stupid move on my part, because you just don't threaten people. You know what I mean? Like, just keep your cool. Because when you threaten people, then they typically are like encouraged to have a fight or flight response. And that's what they did. And the chicks like went up and told security I was like offering them drugs or some shit. Which I don't fucking do. You know I don't give women shit until after I've slept with them. That's like rule number 1. And even after I've slept with them, what do they get? Half a fucking handful of generic Cheerios from Trader Joe's. Generic, and fucking half a handful. And that's it. I'm not gonna give you some expensive ass ecstasy drug that I don't even fucking want to have in my possession. Fucking everybody know that about me. I make that clear up front to every hoe I deal with. I was going around with those dreads. I took like fucking 100 pictures of like hot chicks wearing those dreads this weekend, right? They were like the ultimate fucking conversation opener. And almost every one of them I told them, they're like, oh, can I keep it? And I'm like, it's like a comic delivering the same joke on a 50-city tour. I was like, I don't give women anything until after I've slept with them. I'd say like little variations of that, you know? So I'm well known for that. And then I'd explain how it's alpha to trade sex for sex. You remember, I did this with you. And how beta male providers lead with money or fucking internships or tickets to the game or a show or whatever.
Yeah, or drinks.
Yeah, or a drink. That's the classic. Let me buy a drink, sugar. Hey, sweetie, let me buy you a drink. Did you see the Gillette commercial yet?
No, I didn't watch it, no.
Oh. Alright. Did you hear about it?
No, you told me about it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how I heard about it.
Wow, and you haven't heard about it from anybody else? It was a big thing for about a day.
For a day, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like when Kaepernick and Nike did that kind of virtue signaling commercial. Anyway, are you working out? Are you gonna come down? Come down and give me a hug.
Thinking about it.
Come down and give me a hug first.
When are you
I
gonna
can't
be
stay very long.
there till? Are you leaving?
I can't stay that long. False time constraint.
Wow. Okay, so the gym closes at midnight, so I think about myself first, and that would be the first option.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. Keep your body right.
Do you having good food?
Yeah, I got what is that place? Boom Thai or something? Boom Thai House. It's mostly fucking rice. It's mostly fried rice, and I don't really do that shit. But I ate a lot of the protein in it. And I had that like coconut soup too.
Nice. I only know like one Thai place, and that's Toy. It's like right across the street from me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where are you at? Are you like in West Hollywood?
Yeah,
I don't know.
off Sunset.
Yeah.
Sunset in, Gardner, or...
I think I do. I think I partied over there one night. Except I wasn't really, I don't really party, you know. But I party sober, pretty much. I'm not like sober Nazi, but I basically like don't really see the point of smoking, drinking, and doing drugs anymore. It's just kind of a fucking liability. But
A liability.
yeah.
So it's basically between La Brea and Fairfax, like in the center of La Brea and Fairfax. I know those streets. But yeah, that's where I am.
Sunset and Gardner. Now do you, yeah.
And do I what?
Well, I don't want to, yeah. I'm careful about the questions I ask people.
Okay.
Wow, okay, so you're not that close to the Comedy Store.
No, but I walk there.
You walk there?
Sometimes.
Eesh, it's 4 minutes by car.
Yeah.
25-minute walk.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you?
It's 9:26.
Oh my god.
Let's get together. Let's get together for a little bit.
Get over there.
No, I'll come get you. Let's get together for a bit. You need a hug.
And just talk.
Just talk.
Serious.
What, like talking with me is not enough? I'm fucking the shit, babe. Talking with me is like one of the best things you can do.
No. I just meant just talk.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get any dick or anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't get your
good.
hopes up.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to earn this dick. This dick's like a treat. You know what I mean?
I know. I know what you mean.
The chick was on mushrooms.
Which one?
The one who I showed my dick. She asked to see my dick, first off. I don't just go showing chicks my dick. Except I sort of did with you. But you were kind of... Anyway. She was on mushroom. Anyway. She was like hallucinating at how big my dick was.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Alright. So. Come get you to talk?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Instead of the gym?
Yeah. Maybe I'd drop you off at the gym. I'll be there in about 5 minutes.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, babe.
Why not?
What is it?
Why not?
Just Sunset Gardener? Call you when I'm there?
I'll send you my address.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
See you. Like, look, babe. No, I asked you. What the fuck are you talking about? I asked you. Bro, you don't live by no Comedy Store? So that's pretty bougie area, huh? Yeah, you're not gonna get any dick. No, you gotta earn this dick. I just feel like I have to fucking seduce the fucking pants off of you, and it's kind of like... I mean, the first time we fucked, I really had to pull out a bunch of stops and use all these tricks and shit to get you to fucking spread your legs. I'm like, dude, this is... No, man. I want those chicks who just want my dick. I don't want to have to, like, Vulcan mind trick chicks. Oh yeah, I got like 50 fucking hot chicks coming this week. Like 50 of them.
I'm getting 200 phone numbers in 6 hours. Yeah, so I'm getting 200 phone numbers in 6 hours in foreign shops this season. You're not getting any dick. Yeah, no, you're not getting any dick. You're not getting any dick. No, you don't deserve that. You haven't been a good girl at all. Have you been a good girl? No. No, you haven't. You're not getting any dick. First off. Good. But you're not. Oh, yeah. No, like, oh, yeah, I just play hard to get. Just because I don't. God, you play something else. Didn't I ask you? No. Someday you might wish you had some photos, some sexy photos and videos of yourself. Get a little old and be like, damn, I'm not quite in my prime like I used to be. You're not getting any dick. This is a treat. You don't earn this. Yeah, just like, oh, your dick is so big. Like, it's not that big, dude. Relax.
Okay. Oh shit.